Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's kind of dark and it's a different, atmosphere or whatever. This has pretty much been my bedroom the last 2 weeks because sleeping on a couch is easier than a bed when you have to stay on your back all night while you sleep. This is my 2-week post-op update video, I guess, and this is my cat. She's gonna go away now, hopefully. Yeah, if you hear any jingling, that's gonna be her. Yeah, I just got my stitches taken out today. I wanna go over real quick what actually happened the day of surgery, because I didn't really go over that too much. I went in, I had to go to the plastic surgeon's office. I had to be there about 12 o'clock because there's a paper I forgot to sign, and so I had to go sign it before the doctor left at 12:30. So I had to go over there, and then my mom and Trevor were the ones that took me and were with me, because obviously I had to have someone drive you there so they can drive you home. And so they went with me. So I pretty much drove around because my actual surgery, the time I had to be there, was until 1:15. And they said on the website that they didn't like it when people, or the waiting room was they said on the website the waiting room was small, which it was kind of on the smaller side, so I can understand why they don't want people showing up hours in advance because it's not like you're going to get in that much earlier, and they want to make sure that there's room for people who actually need to be there at that time. And they also didn't want more than 2 people. If you're getting surgery, they didn't want you bringing more than 2 people for that same reason. They wanted room in the waiting room. So we pretty much just drove around for freaking an hour because Trevor wasn't hungry and I couldn't eat, and so Mom just kind of drove around. So we got there at about 1 o'clock, and they took me back to a back office. We all signed in. They took me to a back office. I signed a couple other papers and confirmed some information, confirmed my mom's information since she was the one driving me and taking care of me. And then they got back out to the waiting room for 2 minutes before they took me back into where they prepped everyone. So I had to go back and I had to give a urine sample for, I'm pretty sure it was the pregnancy test, because I was told by my plastic surgeons, nurses or secretaries or whatever, that I would have to take a pregnancy test while I was there. And what's kind of nice is that pregnancy tests apparently have gotten pretty good, because they were like, we know you haven't had anything to drink since midnight, so if you can only get out 2 or 3 drops, that's literally all we need. So I was like, all right, well, that's comforting, because I went in there already dehydrated. And so went in, peed in the cup, whatever, and then they set me up in this little room with a curtain. And so I went in, and I don't remember the exact order that everything was going on in, but I do remember that when I went in there, I got changed into a gown and then 2 pairs of socks. The first pair was a pair of stockings that went halfway up my thighs, that I think was supposed to help with circulation. I think so, that because you're gonna be you're gonna be laying down for so long, and after the surgery you're gonna be laying down for so long because you're even supposed to wear them. You're supposed to keep them on 24 hours after your surgery, and then they give you the little hospital socks, the little non-skid bottoms that you put on over top, and then obviously the hospital gown. You're allowed to keep on your underwear, at least in my case, since my surgery was on the upper half of my body. So I got to keep my underwear on, otherwise everything else had to come off. Everything went into the bag, and then they gave me a bag to put all my clothes in, and then I had to take my sports bra out of my tote bag that I had brought and keep it out with me, because you actually, at least in my case, carry the sports bra in with you to the surgery room. I remember they took my temperature, which was a little nerve-wracking because it came up a little high both times, but me and both the nurses attributed it to the fact that because you have to go in wearing something that's opens up in the front, like a sweat jacket or something. I was wearing shorts and a hoodie all day, and it was probably mid-90s or somewhere around there. So even though we were in a car and everything, I was still wearing a hoodie with AC on, you're still gonna get hot. And so we just attributed it to that. And they took my blood pressure, and then they put my IV in, which I've given blood a lot. I've had to get blood tested a lot. So I'm used to needles going into my body, but having the needles go like in the crook of your arm and having to go into the back of your hand are so different. Like they sprayed this, said it was gonna make my hand cold, so I was like, all right, I can understand that because cold, you know, you don't really feel everything as much. But that shit was so cold. Like it felt like the back of my hand was freezing. And so she sprays that on, she puts the IV in, and everything was good. She put in eventually at some point they started the antibiotic drip that they say they start an hour before surgery. So they started that, and then Trevor and my mom were allowed to come back and pretty much just wait with me, because they were like, all right, well, he's got someone in surgery now, so as he's done with that, you'll be in there. So Trevor and my mom came back with me, pretty much waited until I got called back. I got to use the restroom if I wanted to. So I did it just in case, and then they take me back to the actual operating room where the bed looks like, it kind of looks like a cross just because it has things for you to put your arms all the way out. I go, they take my, they help me take my rub off. Oh, and obviously in the little, not the waiting room, but like the little room with the curtain, my plastic surgeon came in and made all his markings and everything. So they took off my gown and they had me lay down on the, lay down on the little table. And they wrapped my legs, and I don't know what they were, but it was supposed to like help with the circulation, they said, so you don't get blood clots and all that other fun stuff. I think they strapped my arms down. I don't remember, but I do remember that he used a shot, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that they do shots for anesthesia now, because I mean the last time I was put under or anything like that, I was like 10 maybe, and obviously they used the mask. So they gave me the shots of, or the big old giant shot of anesthetic or whatever, and then I was out. And then the next thing I remember, I was in a room, and Trevor and my mom were already in there, and I know my sports bra was on. I'm fairly certain that the rest of my clothes are already on already. I don't remember having to put my clothes, like the rest of my clothes on back myself. I just remember I had crackers and a little bit of water I was able to drink. And so they were like, all right, you can go whenever you're ready. And I was like, I remember like wanting to finish my the packet of crackers I already opened because I didn't want to waste them, because obviously I could have just take the crackers with me. Yeah, then I came home and I was pretty much asleep the rest of the day. Like I was up a little bit, but I pretty much slept the rest of the day. I slept on that couch, excuse the mess, slept on the couch right back there. You see my little bedroom is still like completely set up. But yeah, I've been sleeping on the couch for the last 2 weeks because you have to sleep either flat on your back or like on your back in a recliner, and we don't have a recliner. Yeah, that's pretty much how that day of surgery went, because I know I didn't cover it in my last update video, and I know I didn't cover it in my day of update video. Yeah, I went back to work a little less than a week ago. Yeah, I got my stitches taken out today, so give me just 1 second. I'll switch into a bikini top and you can see what my progress has been like so far. Alright, so this is how they look in a bikini top. This is actually the first time I've put on a bikini. So I'll get a little bit closer to the camera so you guys can actually see better. But keep in mind they have not dropped all the way, so this is not how they're going to look. It can take up to 6 weeks for implants to completely drop and settle into place. And like I said before, this is only week 2. Cat is playing the thing. But yeah, and then obviously this is the same bikini top that I wore before, that it like kind of covered my boobs before, and obviously I'm gonna have to get bigger tops now because I'm pretty sure this was a small. Also, it's up a little more than it would be because I don't want it right on the tape that they put on there today. So anyways, let me give you guys a bit of a closer look. So this is how they're looking so far. Like I said, they will be dropping, so they're not gonna look as like high and weird as they do right now. They're still healing. Your boob jobs do not heal after only 2 weeks. So this is what they look like from the front right now. And this is what they look like from this side. There's definitely a lot more projection, definitely a lot more actual cleavage than I had before, it's kind of crazy because this is pretty much exactly what he said my cleavage was gonna look like back in my consultation appointment. Like, he squeezed my tiny boobs together and was like, okay, this is what your cleavage will look like. I was like, oh yeah, haha, that's funny. And I'm like, holy shit, like, Is this what having boobs is like? You actually naturally like have cleavage. But yes, this is what it looks like right now. I'll show you where the stitches were. If you can see this tape, it's kind of hard to see because it's not this, it's actually kind of more skin colored. But this tape right here is where the stitches were, and I just got those taken out today. So they took off the tape, and then this tape I just leave on, she said, until it falls off. I'm guessing it's not as like sticky naturally as the other tape was I had on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I go in for my next appointment in 3 weeks. And I believe that's the appointment where they take the after shots and they let you know if they're going to use if they want to use the photos on their website or whatever. So that might be when my next update is, because pretty much all that's left now is like letting them drop. Eventually, you know, the scar is eventually going to heal. And he said at the 3 week point, so I have 1 week left, I can start, if I'm very careful, start adding things back into my like normal routine. But he wants me to wait the full 6 weeks before I start like doing sports and shit like that. So I think starting next week, I want to start at least doing long walks again, because so you can see it back there. I do have a treadmill, so I don't have to go to the gym just for that. So I want to start doing long walks to try and get my like heart going again, because when I went back to work, it wasn't just pain from my boobs and everything. I was out of shape, because especially combined with being so sick, so I couldn't even really walk around my own house. Like, bruh, I just could not deal. Like, everything, like my lungs and my heart just like do not work anymore. So starting next week, I want to start doing walks again. Probably at week 5, I want to start going to the gym just to do like leg works. Like, I won't do weighted squats or anything to have me like holding things just in case. But I want to start doing leg work again, because that's pretty much all I do at the gym anyways. I won't do arms for like another 2 months probably, just because I don't want to accidentally hurt anything. But he said that after 6 weeks I can start doing sports, like if I want to do like golfing or tennis or whatever the fuck. So I don't know, we'll just see how I feel. But anyways, if you guys want, like I said, I'll probably won't do another like video like update before my next appointment in, 5 weeks. If you want to see any like daily updates or anything like that, remember you can always follow me on Snapchat, and so you can always stay completely up to the minute over there, and I will hopefully start getting back to doing like normal videos soon. Just like sleeping on a couch for 2 weeks, like I'm so tired all the time. Like, you don't, like, I already slept on the couch anyways 70% of the time, because it's not that the couch is uncomfortable, it's just I am not a back sleeper at all. So it's like I fall asleep at like 4 in the morning when I go to bed at 10 because I just can't sleep. Anyways, I'll try to get back to videos when I can. I'm supposed to, now that I can hopefully start sleeping like on my sides in ways that are actually comfortable again. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.